These last few days, I have been in this really deep critical information overload stage, 12 plus hours a day, and just doing nothing but thinking and just consuming content, right? And it made me realize something. An angry thought and a happy thought have absolutely no difference, except the only difference is how you respond to them. And one can just ruin your life and one can change your life for the better. And that's what my last bit of this video will be about today, because I've been thinking on this and it's actually something really cool and fascinating. That's why I have been doing it. But first, I'm just going to go over what I've done and also what I'm going to do and how it ties back in to the core message of this video. So let's just get straight into it, with the first bit being I did pretty much 80% of my critical information overload. Which was about, last week, which was about 12-ish hours, 12 plus hours a day for about 3 days. So that was pretty cool. And I actually really enjoyed it, funnily enough. It was actually really, really quite fun. Yesterday, I had my first sponsorship research call, which was just talking to business owners and to people, talking about how their perception on sponsorship, and I got some really, really good stuff from it. I made my book list, which was another just side thing that I wanted to do, and now I've already got 30 different books that I'm going to be reading, buying and reading, and I'm going to be reading them in a different way, because I'm going to not only read them but take notes. And this is joined straight into my next thing, which was I've already read this book, but I'm just reading it again, and I'm taking notes in this booklet here. So I'm like actively reading, and it's just a way for me to just gain heaps of knowledge really about everything, and points in that book I can apply to anything. And it's just a great way for me to cast a net and just be able to learn as much as I can, so I can improve in every single way that I possibly can. And you do that from just reading about everything, right? Read about things you want to learn about and need to succeed. So that's going to be a really, really great thing for me. And another thing is I also started journaling again. I've put my journal, and then I've also put the date, started April 2026. So I intend to do this. The last time I started journaling, I did it for about 2 years, 2-3 years before I stopped about 6 months ago. And then I was just thinking I need to do it in a way that's beneficial for me and beneficial for my thoughts, so I can positively think about all my thoughts and actions, and how I can think in ways that will actually change my life. I've done 2 days so far, but the point I'm trying to make here is I've just write the date, I write what I've done, even if it's a rest day, like this one, it's rest day. And then one thing you learn that day, and it's a few lines here and a few lines there for the things that I have done and also the things that I have learned. And it's a great way for me to document my thoughts for me to look back on in like 20 years to come, which would be really, really cool. Just having like a stack of journals, which would be really sick. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I started, and I will be continuing to update everything and everyone on my journey, on my reading, and what I'm reading and what I'm journaling about and things like that. So to go in a bit more depth, I've already read The Alchemist once, and now, as I said, I'm just going through and I'm just making notes about it and actually solidifying the point of me underlining it in the book, and actually taking the effort to underline something, write it down in my book, even definitions of words that I don't know, I'm searching them up, then I'm putting them in my book. And that's just a way of me just jotting down and solidifying my knowledge, because then when I go to read this book again in about 6 months or a year or so, I have that stack of notes as well that I can refer to and just activate all this knowledge. And I cannot wait to do it with all those books over there, all my three $100 million offers, leads, and money models books here. And also I plan to just have like my bed head just with books. That would be sick. Maybe that one up there, that section up there, that would be awesome, just stack with books. But yeah, so that's where I'm at now. And what's happening this week is not much, but two very important things. So next weekend I have the biggest race that South Australia has. It's the National Series race coming to South Australia, our home race, which is quite awesome, I think. It's always such a great race. So I need to do two things before then, because going back to my sponsorship call, there was two things that I wanted to do and two things that I need to do, and would love to be able to get that done before that race, so then I can start promoting it live there, right? Because I've finished it, which is one, build my website and portfolio. Like, people have a sponsorship proposal portfolio type thing, and I want to stand out and do it in a different way and do it in a website, which I'm literally doing right now. After I finish recording this, I'm going to upload it and get straight back into doing it. And then the second thing is to start my email list, an email list that I can promote everywhere, that sponsors can join, that potential sponsors can join, and just everyone that wants to learn more about what I'm doing in my racing, what I'm doing in my learning, and everything in written form, because it's a great way for me to write down my thoughts and lessons and things like that, like I do here, but it's more of a verbal type thing. But I love writing. I actually really do like writing, and it's a great excuse to do it. But those are my main priorities, and I can see that growing to like heaps of people on that list, and that can be ways of benefits for other sponsors to sponsor me and things like that in the future. So it's all rolling, setting off these causes for hopefully big, massive effects in the coming months or years. And yeah, so not much on this week, but it's just though focusing on those two important things. And obviously next week and the coming videos, I'll still be updating you guys on everything, and I'll try to just post them in the descriptions and things, so then you guys can check them out as well if you want to. But after that, if I do get a chance to do that, finish that before, I will just be consuming more content and moving on to the next stage of the process in the Imperium Academy, which is creating my method, creating my way of getting sponsors, which I'm already starting to do simultaneously just because I need them at the moment, really do. This is going to be very, very tough for me to not have to miss any races. So, because it's getting really tight, but I might have to miss races, and that's just what happens, I guess. But once I get this method going, then, and actually successful with me, then one, I won't have to miss any races, but two, I'll be able to help other people not miss races as well, because I hate thinking about missing races. But going to the hidden lesson of this video, the thing that you real ones have waited this whole time for, listen to me babble about my own stuff, is the difference between an angry thought and a happy thought is fundamentally very minimal. The only thing different is how they make you feel. Each makes you feel. You still have the cause that creates that effect of an angry or happy thought. Yeah, the cause might be different, but there still is a cause. Then you still have to have that thought in your mind, and you still have the choice. Here's where the kicker is. You still have the choice to choose how you react to each thought, good and bad. You have the choice. The only difference is how it comes to life and how it makes you feel. If we can learn to control our emotions and learn when to choose good and bad actions from our good and bad thoughts, that is when you can really change your life, because your emotions, as bad as it may seem, they don't have any control over you. And if you can control your emotions, you can fundamentally control your life. And that is my goal, that we can do together, because I'm still learning. I'm not perfect and I'm still trying my best. So that is the goal. That is the lesson for this video. And I was literally thinking about it on the drive home from work. I just would love to be able to control my thoughts, control my emotions, and control my life as a result. So on that note, keep working hard, keep smashing your goals, keep controlling your emotions, and being the best you can possibly be. And I shall see you in the next video. Peace.